everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. How are you today? Today, at the time of filming, this is Wednesday, so we'll be doing a Boggy Creek live on Lynanne's channel tonight. I hope to have seen you there, because you won't be seeing this for a couple of days. I batched a couple of videos yesterday, and they're going out before this video comes up. But I just thought I would catch you up on what I'm doing. I'm drinking some coffee. And I have things to do, but I had to put away all of my projects. In the last couple of days, I got so many new projects, well, 3 new projects that I have to complete that have a time frame. So, my shawl, I discussed with, I don't even have it over here. I have them put up. That's how away they need to be. I discussed it with one of the Zoom ladies, and I think we figured out how I can make the shawl work for me. And I'm really excited to get to that, but I have to do these other projects first. My great nephew, he is 2. He has a baby blanket that somebody made him when he was born. It was not me. Sadly, it was not me. And he loves this blanket, and he won't go to sleep without it. You know how kids are when they have their favorite blankie, right? He doesn't calm down unless he has his blankie, and he drags it through everything. He's a very active little 2-year-old, and they have a really hard time getting it away from him to launder it. So apparently they've asked a friend when we were traveling. My nephew texted me and he said, "Auntie, did you make this?" I said, "No, that wasn't me." And he's, "Can you make it?" I said, "I don't know. I have to see the stitch. I can't, from the picture I couldn't tell what the stitch was." But I saw them before we went on vacation, and I saw the blankie, and it is blue and gray, and it's the granny stitch, the drunken granny stitch. And I'm like, I know that stitch. I can make that blanket. I said, but I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be his blankie. He's not going to like it like he likes that blankie. That's his blankie, and he's going to know the difference. And they said, well, one of his wife's friends made a blanket in different colors, and not the same colors. I don't know what colors, but not the colors of his blankie. And he won't have anything to do with that blanket. And I said, well, I have some blue and I have a gray. I will make, and I know that stitch. I said, I can make that blanket for you. But rest assured, he's not going to like it. I mean, it's not going to replace his blankie. I'm just, I remember having my own blankie. It's like your favorite thumb. You can't replace either one. So I am using Big Twist. I bought this the last time I went into a Joann's, and they had them for like $2 on clearance. And these were the only 2 colors that they had, was the gray, and this is the what color blue is this? Denim blue. And this is soft gray. And I had purchased these for putting Boggy Creek Blanket squares together that I got from Lynanne. But they're going to be taken over by this blanket for my great nephew. And I started it after dinner last night, and I worked on it. And this is where I am so far. These 2 skeins of yarn were both already started. And I have 2 more of each. His blanket isn't real big, so this is about 38 inches wide. Not quite big enough for Boggy Creek, but I googled how big are baby blankets, and it's bigger than 30 to 36 wide is what Google said for a baby blanket. So this is about 38, I think. And then it said 36 to 40 inches long. So I want to get it in the proper size area of what his blanket is, because you know, you have to make it as close as possible. He'll know if it's not the same weight. He'll know it won't curl up right. So they told me about this. They asked me to do this a couple of weeks or a week before, 2 weeks before I went on vacation, and I kind of forgot about it until yesterday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to see them on the 4th of July. Today is the 2nd of July. So I want to have it done and be able to give it to them on the 4th. Only because I don't know when I'll see them again. So, top priority. And it's coming along pretty good. And I'm going to actually work on it. Well, the thing about the Drunken Granny, this is a pattern by Krista from The Secret Yarnery. And she does a very good tutorial. If you are a new crocheter, you'll love her. She's like very detailed in where you put your stitch and how many stitches and how to make the stitches. And she's a very, very good teacher for that if you're new to crochet. If if you're not new to crochet and you know how to make the stitches, you need to fast forward a lot because she gets very detailed, which is, she taught me how to crochet. Her and Creative Grandma and Bag O' Day, they're the ones that really taught me how to crochet, where the stitch goes, how that kind of thing works. And I am thrilled to death that they did. So this is my first new, well, actually the second new project that I started. My daughter called and we were chatting, and last year we made a donation blanket for a charity for illiterate kids, teaching kids to read. Big passion for my daughter since she is a teacher by trade, and now she's an administrator, but her passion is teaching kids to read. She tends to be very successful at that, I'll tell you. So she said, Mom, remember we made that basket? I said, vaguely. I don't remember what I put in it, but anyway, we're doing a grilling theme this year. So, and she wants to do red, white, and blue because that's her favorite color combinations. So I decided I'm going to make pot holders, and I'm just going to do the magic square pot holder, you know, the one where you just go round and round and round, and then it folds in the center like this. When it meets in the center diagonally, then it's done. Pot holder, and it's double thick. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to do this, and you'll see the progress as it gets done. I have to have this done, the drawing, or the thing, I think she said is October 1st, or August 1st. So I have a month. So I'm going to do this one. I started with a chain of, and so you can make these any size you want. It's just single crochet around and around and around and around. Except the first time you have to put 3 in the corners, the original ends. But anyway, watch a tutorial. They're real easy. Real easy. So this is like, you crochet it inside out and then flip it around and just sew up the center and put a ring on it, and you got a pot holder. So I'm gonna, this one is 30. I started with 30 inches. This is Sugar and Cream, the original. I got this last year. They had a craft D-stash at one of the fairgrounds, local fairgrounds, the Berea Fairground, if you're from Ohio and you know Berea. This was at the Berea Fairground, and I was so excited about that D-stash thing, and I bought a lot of yarn there, but they had so much yarn that was wool. People were selling off their really nice, like, wool yarns for $2 and $3 a hank, and I'm like, hand-dyed, beautiful stuff. This is a big Lilies and Cream. It's the 4-ounce size. I got it for 50 cents, unopened. I'm trying to see if it, where it says how many yards. 113, 4.5. It's not telling me the yardage. Why am I not finding the yardage? I don't know, but it was the bigger, you know, they have the little balls and then the bigger balls, and then you go to the cone. This is a bigger ball, and I got it for 50 cents, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I bought a lot of cotton there at that D-Stash. And I was looking for it. It was in August last year, and I thought, I'm going to that D-Stash again this year, and I'm taking my Zoom sisters because I didn't buy any of the wool last year, and I got yelled at. They're like, we would have bought it from you. Like, oh yeah, okay. So I was looking for it this year because it was just really fun to be able to go there and see all the yarns. And I mean, there were other crafts, but I don't care about them. And they did it in April this year. I was here. I was in Ohio. I could have gone. I had no clue to look in April. So I'm a little disappointed by that. I totally missed out. But anyway, I bought those. And then I have red and blue that are, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby that I bought for that flag that I did a terrible job on. Laura from Man Mimi's Crochet and Farming is doing this, you know, year of dishcloths, and I've tried to participate, and now I've missed 2 or 3 weeks. I'm behind now because of vacation and just getting behind. But this one, I bought the red and the blue yarn for this, and I hated that washcloth. I could not make it look good. I can't even throw it in the group because it turned out terrible. So anyway, I bought these for that. So I'm going to do a bigger, like a 35 and then a 40 starting chain. So they'll just graduate into 3 bigger, and I'm just making them solid. And then I want to do a trivet. And there's a name. I don't remember what it is. But you make a grid of just like double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. And then you crochet on the grid. You put double crochets that stand up off of that grid. So it's real nice and thick then. And you can make any design you want on the grid. So that's what I want to do and make an American flag. I have a whole cone of white cotton, so I know it'll be fine. And then you can put any kind of like hot pad, pan or anything on it because it'll be nice and tall. I think that's what I want to try. We'll see how far I get. I will make a trivet of some kind of hot pad to go with it. To go, you know what I mean. And then we're just going to pick up a basket at like a local discount store and put some grilling supplies in. Amanda's in charge of the grilling supplies. I'm in charge of the crochet. So I thought maybe I don't know if I'm going to put a washcloth in it too or not. I can get this back in the bag. But these work up really quick. I started this in the morning yesterday, and then remembered about the then I remembered about this blanket. I'm like, uh-oh. So that's 2 of the 3 new projects that I am starting that have a timeline. And then the next one, I haven't started it yet. I did figure out what pattern I'm going to do, and the yarn is on its way. Billie, the Crafty Floridian, I know y'all know her. She is doing an auction on July 19th for Boggy Creek, and she's asked for donations that she's going to auction off. And you send her a picture of what you're making or donating, and if you instead of sending to her, you just send to the person that's purchased your product or your donation. So I told her that I would make an amigurumi for her, and I just couldn't decide what I wanted to make. And I have blanket yarn in storage, which that's the new thing. You make all your amigurumis out of blanket yarn, and I do have some in storage. But I think it's one of the first yarns that I put into storage which means it's at the bottom at the back, 3 rows deep, 4, 5, 6 rows down. We're not digging it out. It was way less expensive and way less, well, not less expensive, way less work to just order some new yarn. But I found this pattern. This is a free pattern on premieryarns.com, which is where I ordered. Let's see, he is the Trunkadelic elephant. Isn't it cute? So this is what I'm making that I'm going to give to Billy as soon as the yarn comes. They suggest, or they used Premier Yarns Basics Chenille tie-dye. That's not the yarn I bought. They had some yarn on sale because they had a big sale going on. And it was chenille, but it's not the tie-dye, I don't think. But it is a variegated, what I ordered. And it's going to be cute. Same idea, just different color yarn. And I think I bought bright colors. I can't remember. Whatever it was on sale. And I was checking out all the different yarn stores. I went into Michael's. Their selection at the Michael's that I was in was just non-existent almost, and expensive. So I'm like, you know what, I can get a better deal on sale someplace else. So I did. And when the yarn gets here, I'll whip that up real quick. Wink, wink. And we'll send it off to Billy. Or, you know, get it up for Billy for her auction. And I hope she does really good with the auction. I know she's got a lot of really good donations. So it'll be fun and exciting to see her auction. So those are the projects that I have with a timeline, and they need to get done ASAP. First of all, this blanket. And then I can get back to my shawl and my the crochet along with Juan that I think I'm on week 3, and he's probably done with the whole thing now. Vacation threw off my crochet by a lot. I am up to date on my luck of the draw. Let me show you that. Yeah, I finished the green, and tonight when we're on the live, I will add the white. So I was 3 weeks behind. Well, not behind. You know, when I went on vacation, I wasn't done with that week. I don't know why. I think I had to add the white to that week, and then there were 2 draws. There were 2 draws in between. One while I was gone, and one when I got back. I had like 2 colors to continue to add. So you haven't seen. It got a lot bigger in that time frame. So we started with. There we go. We started with the peacock color, and then the pink, and then the green, and then the yellow, then the peacock, and only once do we have the orange. That was the week that I went, the drawing before I went on vacation, and then the pink and the green again while I was gone and when I came back. So I'm up to date. I just need to add the white. But it's going to be put off until whatever the color is this week. I don't think I'm going to pick this up again until I got to get the baby blanket done from the great nephew. Because today is the 2nd, and I'm seeing him in 2 days. I know the luck of the draw will be drawn tomorrow. I'll watch it. I'll get my color ready. But I don't think we'll be adding to that until next week. That's the one I do want to keep up on with the other projects that I have going, but you can walk by, right? But that's the best that I got going on. The other things are just going to sit off until I can get back to them. And that's fine. I mean, that's the thing about yarn. It doesn't go bad while it's sitting there waiting for you to get back to it. So, I'm really liking how this blanket is turning out. This was the pattern. They had like 5 rows of blue, and then he had 3 rows of the gray on his current blanket. So I thought I would try to duplicate that. And we'll see if he likes it. I'll let you guys know. And I will at least take a picture of it before I give it away. If I don't get it into another video before then. I've been pretty lax about videos. And I apologize for that. Trying to get back into the swing of things. You know, life goes on. With or without the videos. Ooh, gotta change color now. All right. Well, I'm done. I'm done talking. Done showing you everything I've been working on. That's it. That's all I got. I need a haircut, guys. I did do my hair for this video. It still looks like crap. Another thing I got to fit in somewhere. I don't know how I had time to work. And keep up a house, because keeping up a camper is pretty simple. All right. That's all I have. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing. Oh my goodness. It's going to be one of those days. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.